Hello and good morning, my friends. I know I'm starting a little early. I think that I'm live 5 minutes early. I do apologize. I do have to skedaddle. So I want to make sure that, I should say I have to skedaddle a little bit earlier than normal because I have an appointment. So I wanted to make sure I got everything in for you guys. Welcome to Friday. Woo! Been a week. It's been a Mercury retrograde. And thankfully, this weekend, Mercury's going direct so that we don't have as many challenges or as many, energetical wool that we've been dealing with. And yeah, it's going to be great, especially as the veil is thinning. Last year, we had Mercury retrograde right during the thinning of the veil, which really minimized a lot of our abilities to enjoy this time. And Mercury retrograde, I think, went direct right at the very beginning of November. And we were too exhausted to try and deal with the veil as it was starting to regain and reform itself. So I am really, really excited about this time. So this next week, this reading is for October 17th to the 23rd. Next week, there's a lot of fun stuff. Not only do we have direct Mercury, or Mercury in direct orbit, on the 27th, so Wednesday, on the 20th, on Wednesday, we have the full Hunter moon. So exciting. And then on the 21st, we have the zodiac Scorpio coming into high in the sky. It's going to take its position. So lots happening in this week. I will be live a number of times this week. So Monday, I will be live with my full moon reading. Thursday, I'll be live with the zodiac reading. And then Friday, again, weekly reading. So you're going to get a lot of me. Plus, of course, your Tuesday meditation. I don't know about you guys, but where I am, it's starting to get cooler. We're not in that fall really nice. We're starting to dip into some more of a wintry wonderland. We haven't snowed yet. Knock on wood. No snow yet. But it's getting colder. Now, the decks. Sorry, I just knocked on wood. So if you're hearing my dog bark, he thinks someone's at the door. Yeah. So the decks I've chosen for this week, I went with the Wizard's Tarot. And I won't lie, I flipped and hummed and hawed, and I wasn't too sure which decks I was going to bring. But I've got the Wizard's Tarot by Barbara Moore. And then this is the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. We need this right now. We need it a lot because it's been quite the Mercury retrograde, quite the summer, quite the year, quite the last couple of years. So let's get into this week. What can my friends expect from the week of October 17th to the 23rd? Hard to believe we're in October already. Hard to believe that we're at the end of October, or well, the middle-ish end of October already. It's going quick. Like I said, in August, September, October, November, roll into December and into the new year like that. Dissipating. Staying in our own little box. Zoning out. And missing out. This has a lot, or this deck, the border is connected to your chakra. So this is connected to your solar plexus chakra. Many of us are just going to work, coming home, zoning out, going to work, coming home, zoning out. We're missing that engagement. We're missing that fulfillment. We need that fulfillment. We need to have that joyous connection. Without it, it just becomes a rerun. We get caught up in Bill Murray's Groundhog Day. Guilt. Big time. Big time. There's a lot of low vibrational energy that we're carrying from the would-haves, the could-haves, and the should-haves. Guilt for not participating, guilt for making decisions that may not have been high vibrational. We need to forgive self as part of this journey. Forgive others for part of this journey. That guilt will eat you up. We're heading into, like I just said, the more wintry months. Winter is going to be more of this very kind of turbulent energy because there's so much going on globally, nationally, in your communities, not to mention what we're dealing with individually. So there's layers and layers of really fluctuating energy. If we do not start to stand up and, well, use our tools, prepare, what's going to happen is that we're going to feel snowed under. The anxiety and the depression are really going to come forward and cause us even more challenge. So we need to be using the Hunter moon to our advantage. The Hunter moon, all the moons are related to what's going on, that they were named for what happens in and around the community at the time. So hundreds of years ago, people were hunting right now to stock their pantries. So Hunter moon. Sorry, should turn this over. Victim. As a society of humanity, could get Academy Awards for that victim mentality, that woe is me. Some of us are better at it than others. When we do that, when we take this guilt, when we take this stagnation and we just go, oh my God, pity me. Well, we're missing out. It's up to us, like I said, to use the tools so that we're preparing ourselves for those challenges ahead. Will there be challenges ahead? Yes. If there weren't, again, you have that lack of connection. It's about using our tools. It's about being engaged with right here and right now. Without that engagement, without that understanding, we're going to miss out. And we're doomed to repeat cycles because we don't break patterns. This week is about shifting perspectives and starting to take some of that on. And it's not going to be as harsh as you think. I know it sounds harsh, but it's not. It's about being in the present. It's about working on and healing self. Most importantly, it's about really just getting off our butt and getting out of YouTube or getting out of Netflix and binging. We actually engage. A lot of my clients will put my videos on while they're doing something else to listen to what I'm saying because I describe the cards. They can gain that insight while doing something else. Multitasking, super helpful, right? That's why I say in the healing stuff, at night when you're sleeping, fantastic. When you're showering, oh my God, amazing. It doesn't have to be, okay, from 11 to 12, I'm going to heal myself. No. Well, you could if you wanted, if it was going to be something fun. You were going to meditate or go for a walk in nature, sure. But we don't always have that. So multitask. Do it while you're in the shower. Ask the high vibrational beings to support you while you sleep. Why not? We like to disconnect and not start to use our creativity to our advantage. And that's part of this week as well. Let's get into this week. What can my friends expect from the beginning of the week? So the beginning of the week, a lot. Like I said, on Monday, I will be live with my full moon reading for the full Hunter moon. Tuesday, I'm going to also have my Archangel Michael protection meditation for channeling. That's going to be up and live in the morning on Tuesday. So you're going to have lots of fun stuff in the beginning of the week. Strength, the 8th card in the Major Arcana. As a dragon girl, I connected so much with this card because she's not taming her lion, she'd be taming her dragon. Oh yeah, how to train your dragon. And that dragon is beautiful and wonderful because it's part of you. Taming those unknown aspects of self, those wilder aspects, those unchecked aspects, unknown aspects. So, using your abilities, your creativity to your advantage, to taking a tool and really making it your own, making things work for you in your life. So you're not working harder, you're working smarter. Awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. The sun. When we have that loving, high vibrational energy, that enthusiasm, rather than that fear, so much just unfolds. Like I said, this doesn't need to be hard, does not need to be extra. It needs to be fulfilling and meaningful for you. The more you enjoy this, the more anticipation you have, allowing that inner child out to explore and have some fun, the more you're going to get out of it. It's just like anything else. You dread it, and it is as dreadful and horrible as you thought. But when you use your skills and your abilities to really bring in meaning and you enjoy it, so much of it. The Eight of Wands, talking about that creativity soaring. Like I said, this is about being creative, using your abilities, your creativity, no matter what that looks like. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And know that creativity does not mean arts and crafts. Creativity means expressing yourself in creative ways. How you can express yourself and enjoy that time. You're doing something that you really love to do, and it just lifts you up. You enjoy it. Other people are inspired by it. It's fantastic. They may not understand it. They're inspired by it. I can't believe how cold my hands are. Tea is nice and warm. All right, the middle of the week. What can my friends expect from the middle of the week? So the middle of the week, you are looking at the full hunter moon at its high point on Wednesday. So that's going to be a fantastic kind of build up to that preparation. What are you going to need to do to get out of this? That guilt, that victim mentality. It's up to you. You're the only one who can do it. So what are you going to need to do to start to prepare for that? Like I said, I think it was last week or the week before, winter is not going to make things easier. It's going to amplify and really bring things to a head for you. So what do you need to do to make sure you have the supplies, the supports, those life-giving aspects throughout the winter? The 21st card in the Major Arcana, we're looking at that change, that next chapter. Shifting from that victim, woe was me, because let's be honest, it's woe was humanity if you really looked at it, because a lot of this stuff is all around what's happened in the last 2 years. We've just seen things cascade and kind of that domino effect, right? So rather than staying in that heartache, that fear, we need to be like the dancer. Dance like no one's looking, enjoy this time, and usher in a different perspective, a new perspective for you, shifting you into higher vibration, enjoying this time rather than just getting lost and avoiding, because that avoiding tendency, that tactic, only amplifies that guilt and then that victim mentality. Because we're missing opportunities, we're not engaged in our life, we have limited to no fulfillment in what we're doing in the day. It just compounds, right? We feel really heavy and really kind of, we need to start to shift out of that and usher in a new perspective, new energies, really connecting into what we're doing rather than being that idle bystander, really engaging in ourselves and our lives. What about the end of the week? What can my Patreon friend or my friends expect in the end of the week? At the end of the week, we will have Scorpio come in on Thursday. And Scorpio is a water sign, which is fantastic. Really working on that Claire connection. Oh yeah. Because the veil is thinning. So really supporting us with that connection. Yes, please. The Page of Wands. It's gonna come in. Hello, camera. There you go. Page of Wands. That, like I said, that excitement, that enthusiasm, that inner child needs to be let out. If we let out our inner child and we enjoy this time, so much more is going to get done. We have the Page of Wands. So we have that creativity, that fulfillment, that passion base. Using our creativity to really use this time and embrace what's happening right now and making those shifts that we need. If you keep coming up to the same type of scenario, it's a pattern we want to break. Well, how are you going to break that pattern? Through creativity, using your amazing, unique abilities, combining the two, and creating solutions that are for you. You can learn from them and move forward, getting out of that stuckness. And stuckness really sums up the last year and a half. Many of us have felt stuck and disconnected. So, what are you going to do about it? So, let's work on that. That's why I have so many meditations. And if you are new to my channel and you're not too sure, I talked about a meditation being released on Tuesday. I have 4 playlists of tools to support you. 3 of them are meditative playlists and 1 is a mindfulness playlist. These tools are for you to help you really move forward, break these patterns, enjoy your time, get the most out of this. They're all guided. They're all, and this is really important to me, free with no strings attached. Any advertisement is YouTube, not me. I'm not a monetized channel. So enjoy them. Use them as you need. They're tools. And that's really important. We need these tools to help us to move forward, to get ourselves unstuck, break those patterns, and really embrace what we can do. Because we've had years of learning how to perfect that victim mentality, that stuckness. Our ego has taken. It's not a bad thing, but like anything else, too much of one thing isn't so good. So let's use that high vibration to get ourselves unstuck, inspire us, and get ourselves going. No one else will do it for us. What challenge will my friends face the beginning of the week? And I should say, we have to do it for ourselves. No one should be doing it for us because that would be their solution, their perspective. And even identical twins have different journeys in their lives. So a solution may not work for them as well. You have more connection to something that you've done for you because you've done the work. You guys are getting a lot of major arcanas. This is the Star, the 17th card in the major arcana. She's our hope and dream card. She's also a card that is highly creative and highly balanced. So lots of resistance, lots of challenge here. Resistance to that creativity, resistance to that balance, resistance to that long-term goal. Lots of questions around, am I on the right path? How do I get on the right path? What if I'm not on the right path? Okay, break it down. Take it in smaller chunks. If you're not on the right path, you're going to continue to get signals and messages going, you know what, this is not so cool, right? You're not on the right path. Well, I've got tools to support you on how to connect in to get you on the right path. Got the veil starting to thin. Our third eye is going to be receiving information. It's going to have that influx of sensory perception, whether it is open or closed. Similar to that, if you go outside and it's a sunny day and the sun is coming down on you, you close your eyes, you can still see it through your eyelids. You're still getting that input. Same is true with your third eye. Okay, so I have 3 meditations from last October. Even though we had Mercury retrograde, even though it was a bear of an October, I did 3 meditations. 2 of them are called connecting and one is called the channeling. And it gives you step-by-step instructions on how to raise your vibration to connect in to your support team. Tuesday, you're going to have a channeling protective meditation with Archangel Michael and myself. You can start to receive that input if you're on the right spot. Are you in the right area? How can you move forward? Beginning of the week, you're really going to be able to look at some of those long-term goals. Even if you're not using your third eye, let's use our mind, those critical thinking skills. Are you enjoying what's occurring in your life right now? Where is it that you're trying to go right now? Does that seem like somewhere where you want to go? Sit down with your spiritual binder and really map it out. Look at it. And then what you can do, before you go to bed, ask your high vibrational support team and Archangel Gabriel to support you in ensuring that you are on the right track, helping to reinforce what it is you're thinking. That creativity and that balance, well, again, setting those intentions through those days, using our tools. So meditation to help clear us out, to help connect us in. So I've got hello Mercury retrograde and our first cup of tea. It's been a good morning. I have a meditation with Archangel Jophel where I like to call feng shui. So we calm that inner mind, calm all that craziness, and we help to connect into that creativity. An amazing tool if you're feeling disconnected from it. That's why I have so many different meditations, and you never know what you're going to be faced with and what format you feel most comfortable to connect in with it. So looking at that, knowing your balance is going to really be a challenge. You're going to feel really exhausted. You're not going to feel like you're going to be able to take some of this on. Okay, so start, and again, using our brain. Let's start to schedule things out. Set the bar low, guys. We don't want high bars. We want low bars so that we can clear high and really inspire ourselves. Look what I all accomplished. Oh my God, this is fantastic. So you reinforce you and your actions. That will help. We need to start to move forward in slow, steady steps. And the best way to do that is through motivation and inspiration. Get into the middle of the week. What challenge will my friends face for the middle of the week? So, like I said, we've got that full moon. I do my full moon reading on the Monday. So it gives you guys those 2 days to really embrace and work with this energy, because the full moon energy is going to be with us pretty much all week from the beginning to the end, because it's about 5 days worth of amazing full moon energy. Four of Pentacles. We're not going to feel grounded. We're not going to feel like we got that financial support, that stability to move forward. First and foremost, create that stability within you so you feel stronger and more empowered to do what it is you want to accomplish in the day. And give yourself time, guys. Don't try and overwork yourself this week. We're coming off Mercury retrograde. We're still feeling that thinning of the veil. So my empathic friends are really going to be impacted by that influx of sensory information. And you'll find that over the next couple weeks as we hit the crescendo of this full experience on Halloween. So making sure that we are taking those steps to protect ourselves, to nurture ourselves, be kind to ourselves, because we are being really bombarded by stuff. There's lots of energies coming around globally, internationally, nationally, community-wise, individual-wise. It's there. Not to mention that astrological, bigger picture energy. We're having a different zodiac come in. So there's some shifting this week. Taking that time for you so that you've got that stability. If you're stable and secure on the inside, that vibration, that love and light, that happiness and joy starts to build within us because we feel stable. We feel more able to do what it is we want to do. Especially as the middle of the week, we are looking at that next chapter perspective. We have that ability to take opportunities to exit one aspect and enter into another. The opportunity is not a guarantee, guys. So unless it is an anchor point of a must achieve or must occur, so something like a birth, that's kind of an anchor point. It's going to happen at a certain time. It's been prescribed and contracted out that this is what's going to happen. So unless it's an anchor point, it's not going to be a must. It's kind of an opportunity. You have to be there. You have to be, well, exploring, being open, really enjoying this time. What about the end of the week? What challenge will my friends face at the end of the week? Thankfully, my team knows what I'm trying to say before I say it, because my mouth and I are not happy this morning. I love it. The 9 of Cups. You're going to be so caught up in the, oh, woe is me, I don't have, I lack, those could-haves, those should-haves, those would-haves. It's funny, when we're in a victim mentality, we get caught up in how we are, the victim of other people's wrongdoings and how dare they. Well, again, it goes back to the law of karma. So if you have action and it being good or bad in a continuum, because it's not just good or bad, you can have neutral things, right? Having a cooler cup of coffee is kind of a neutral event, right? It's like, well, or cup of tea. I have a cup of tea, so I'm happy. It's kind of cool, but not so good. But still, it's enjoyable, right? So if you have that perspective, that continuum, the more they are at the poles, so those extreme good and extreme bad, the more karma comes in and kicks them in the butt, or really embraces them and amplifies and makes them feel good, nurtures. You get that abundance. You get the gold stars from the universe. Well, if we are caught up in that woe is me, we're amplifying that lower vibrational energy. So you're at that one end. What's going to happen? Law of karma is going to come in and start to really be amplified. You're going to get more of that low vibration. You're going to get more events that people are going to walk all over you because they are mirroring your energies of how you feel. So if you feel like a victim, they're going to treat you like one. Many people do that victim mentality to gain the energy of, oh, you poor thing, let me support you. Well, there are other ways that are high vibrational to get that support, to get that nurturing, that compassion, that love. It's about shifting that perspective so that it's more high vibrational and we can see that abundance rather than low vibrational, where not only are we starting to amplify that negativity, we're not able to see what's going right in our lives. So shifting that perspective, breaking that pattern. Like I said at the beginning, this is what this week is about, breaking that pattern. All right, what further support, guidance, and wisdom can we share with my friends for the week of October 17th through 23rd? Oh. This card really wanted out. Rejection. Super huge fear for most of us, right? Rejection from others, rejecting from self, those what ifs, those could haves, those should haves, oh my gods. Again, like I just said, what you put out is what you're going to get back in. So being very mindful of the energies that you put out, because if it's low vibrational, it's going to hurt, it's going to be painful. Stay in the high. That's when, like I said, you get gold stars from the universe. The universe is like, look at how hard they're working. I'm going to add in extra support. Oh, added abundance? Sure, here you go. Oh, you're trying to manifest something? Let me help you out with that. So, perspective, that energy output, big, big importance. Now, this card, I love this deck because the borders are connected to your chakras. This one is connected to your crown. I've been getting a lot of clients over Mercury retrograde or the last couple of weeks that have struggled with cloggy kind of gunkiness in the crown. And we're also getting a lot of sensory input onto our third eye, which really puts pressure on your throat. So please, please, please be mindful of that. I have a meditation that I brought out in December where you balance and align your chakras. It's called a balancing meditation, and it was published in December something. You'll see it if you go into my Just You and Me playlist. And it's going to help to really start to degunk the crown, help you with your third eye and give it some love and respite, and then make sure that your throat isn't really being taxed. If you start to have that and oh, my throat hurts, good time, especially now or as we go through the next couple of weeks. If you start to feel that, I think it's like 30 minutes long. Take the 30 minutes to clear out your chakras. Or if you're a Reiki master, clear your chakras. It will go a long way. Vanity. Connected into the throat chakra. Those expectations of others. What we're internalizing, what we're trying to plan out. Making sure that that is for you and not for others. Because, like I said, this is an individual piece. This is your journey. This is your experience. What you do, how you embrace this time, of course, is going to impact what you get out of it. Soulmate. Now, there's a lot of kind of not misinformation, but a lot of confusion, or that's the word I was looking for, confusion, around soulmate and twin flame. So we have more than one soulmate. Soulmate means that we connect on a very deep energetical basis. And soulmates will come in and out of our lives. Your twin flame, you're connected, you're part of each other. We will find soulmates throughout our lives. People that we connect in with on a very deep level, and it may be a quick cross, or it may be you walk parallel. Soulmates can be friends or people that are meaningful for us and not necessarily a sexual relationship. Same with the twin flame. Does not necessarily mean that physical connection. Sometimes the soulmate, that's all it is that physical rejuvenation. So that connection, that support is going to be really important. Like I said, whoops, there's my alarm. I've got to wrap it up. So, like I said, the soulmate, that connection, important. I said earlier that this is our journey. Well, we signed up with other people, like that anchor point of, say, a birth of a child. We're not supposed to do this journey alone. So, getting that support that we need to help us go forward. Instinct. Something that many of us have kind of disconnected from, that higher self, following that gut, not down, but up. So those instincts that we have, those ahas, many of us will get really different feelings for things and we minimize it. So when you sit down and say if you walk by somebody in a store or something like that and you start talking to them because, I don't know, the salary was on sale or something. And it's like you've met and known each other for so long. That's instinct, right? You're following that feeling. Or likewise, you're, say, buying a car and the guy gives you that kind of creepy, slimy feeling. You know, it's not a good situation. Instinct. We need to hone that. That's actually a clair. Working on our clairs and starting to rely on them more is part of what this next chapter is going to be, especially if we take that time and start to work with them. This week offers you a lot of opportunity. Opportunity, guys, not guaranteed. So we need to be present. We need to get ourselves out of our bubble, out of that low vibrational guilt, that heartache, that fear, and into what is actually happening, helping us to start to take those baby steps forward. Baby step forward gives you that movement. We don't want leaps and bounds. We want that stability. Because with that stability, we can maintain that change or that shift, that baby step. So taking those baby steps forward will help you out. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this gave you a pretty good understanding of what you can expect in the next week. Like I said, I'm going to be live a lot. You guys are going to get a lot of me next week. Monday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll be live. Tuesday, get a meditation. So lots of fun stuff coming up. So lots of opportunity to gain more insight and guidance as you need it, when you need it the most. Now, little housekeeping, like always. If you like the video, thumbs up, helps people find me. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell, because like next week, I'm on all the time. Depending on the week, depending on what's happening, I'm live here and there. So that way you're not going to miss anything else. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. And can't wait to see you guys next week. Until tomorrow, my friends.